Hi everyone, my name is Steve Chu. Most folks in the Bay Area knows me as Coach Steve. I'm a visionary and wanted to share my passion, what tennis has done for me, and I want to be able to share it with the rest of the world and how we can make a world of difference by making tennis the most profitable and the most watched sport in the world. There's over 1 billion tennis fans out globally, but there's only a small amount who are playing professional tennis, and very few are successful at it. In addition, with all the numbers of tennis players out there, it's very difficult to follow the sport. It's such a great sport, lots of fun to play, but very difficult to follow. And what I've come up with is a new format, a game format, a competitive format that we can track data to see how competitive the matches are between players and how to make that game watchable within a short time period. We all know that tennis takes quite a bit of time, and most of all, tennis is very static, very predictable. And we want to make sure to make it enticing, it should be unpredictable. We shouldn't be able to just expect the match over in the early stages. That's also the reason why most fans watch tennis only during the later rounds and not the beginning of the rounds. Participation is also important. A lot of players play, but there's no reward. So therefore, it's such a social sport, but yet there's tons of players around the world that wants to have the dream of playing on stage one day and becoming a professional tennis player. So what I've done is, we know that there are about, a little more than about 1 million subscribers to tennis memberships, such as USTA, the ITF, International Tennis Federation, and now the most up and coming is called the Universal Tennis Rating, the UTR. There's a lot of money to be made in tennis, but unfortunately, no one has able to figure out how to make a format in tennis to make it watchable. Everybody wants to play, but what about the fans that are not players? What about people that don't understand? All human beings are very simple-minded. We like everything in binary numbers. The way the scoring system is right now, it's only for those that understand the sport. That's why it's 15 love, 30 love, 40 love game. But there is a better format, and I want to share that with the rest of the world. On top of that, tennis is such an individual sport that is very difficult to promote individuality. What makes sport entertainment is the team aspect of sport. The 3 most popular team sport, everybody knows, especially in the United States, is the National Football Federation, NFL, we all know that, the NBA, and the Major League Baseball. All 3 of those, including the soccer world, FIFA, they're all billion-dollar industry. Why are they billion-dollar sports? Because it's team. Well, tennis, they've tried to do team sport, but unfortunately the format is very boring. We all follow team sport for tennis during the Davis Cup because there's pride to the country. The Olympics, same thing, pride to the country. And now, most recent successful has been the Lavers Cup, because we get to watch the top 20 players, usually the top 20 players in the world competing, and it's a lot more fun that way, knowing that the competition is very close. Well, believe it or not, in the world of tennis, the top 200 players in the world, if they were to compete on any given day, any one of them have enough skills to win. The difference, what makes tennis long, is because it takes a long time for them to compete. And it's the one that has the longest endurance that survive, that succeeds. Now, we need to put a sports value to tennis that's going to make it more interesting. In the NFL, it's about every down. In the world of soccer, it's about every goal. In the NBA, it's about every possession. Well, think about it. Tennis as a team sport, every shot, every second there's no time delay. It can be very, very exciting. So I am looking for a team to be able to help develop this format digitally so that we can include it into an app, generate revenue through tournaments, and also, most important, create a community where everybody, every tennis fan, non-fans alike, can follow. We will offer, basic league passes, such as membership for the league, both annual and event passes. We offer player memberships so that in order for them to compete and to be able to track their skill level, or we call it competitive ratio, we want to be able to have them be able to participate in all the local and international events if they want to. They can create their own teams. They can create club teams, school teams. There's just so many ways to expand this league to get everyone to participate and use it really as a great platform for life, skills, and everything. That we would offer sponsorships, both team sponsors, league sponsors, and then ultimately franchise opportunities. So love to be able to share this with a lot more interest, be able to give you more idea on what I'm about and what this vision about. We want to be able to make tennis the most profitable, most popular sport in the world. We want to be able to ensure health and prosperity for all those that are participating in the sport, regardless if they're amateurs or professionals. But most importantly, to create and improve a tennis community that's not individual competitive. It should be community competitive, to make that into a foundation. And lastly is to be able to reduce the amount of time involved in being entertained by a sport. And if we do all of this, we can encourage every generation to follow tennis and a way to pursue tennis as a possible future, both health and longevity. So, tennis players, by definition, is someone who's passionate playing the game. That's a league of gentlemen and ladies. Sports fans are someone who is passionate about the sport or the team. Well, having pride makes the largest difference. So I'm hoping after this video, you guys can help me. Let's merge both of those, and then we can make a world of difference.